Berries here, and I'm here today to talk to you about the new artifact weapons coming in the next expansion to World of Warcraft. These artifact weapons will include things such as Doomhammer, the Ashbringer, the Shards of Frostmourne, and many other weapons for all classes. And I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about everything about them and how they're going to work in the expansion. And then I'm going to talk to you about my opinion on if this is a good idea or not, which frankly I'm kind of on the fence about. Alright, first things first, we're all going to get the quests at the beginning of the expansion to obtain these weapons. Because according to the story, we get these weapons because we need them to combat the Burning Legion. So, and we're all going to have starting hubs, and that's going to be where our, what are they called? Our class orders are going to be. So all of our classes are going to pool together in each area, since the Horde and Alliance as wholes can't work together to the point where they need to stop this threat, so the classes themselves come together. Paladins will all work together, Alliance and Horde. Shamans from Alliance and Horde will work together. It's going to be a little sub-faction thing kind of going on where you represent your own class. And you eventually become the leader of said order because you will obtain the legendary blah 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 or whatever. So, say Shamans, they get the Doomhammer. That will be, I think they said just enhancement Shamans get the Doomhammer or something like that. I'm not sure how it is. I think there's going to be a weapon for each specialization. Anyway, you get the Doomhammer, you become the leader of the order. Now, how's that going to work? Is it just a order of NPCs, like, of the class? Or I'm confused, because if it's a bunch of other players, are we all just going to take turns lifting up the weapon in the air, being like, oh, I have the legendary fucking Doomhammer. Oh, I control all the elements. And it's like, alright, next, your turn. And then they do the same thing. And then they do the same thing. If we all share with other players, it might kind of take away the whole feel good. But then again, it would be a cool little hub for all the class, for like everyone at your class to gather at. You can see how many people are actually playing your class on your server. And I think that's pretty cool. So, recap. Starting quest is most likely going to be the quest chain to obtain said artifact weapon. Now, upgrading said artifact weapon. Artifact weapons will be upgraded through PvP, questing, raiding, dungeons, I suppose, just getting kills with it. I don't know. They said a bunch of pretty much everything in World of Warcraft, they generally said will give you points to level up, which in leveling up your artifact weapon gets you points. And I'll show you in a second. I'll bring up a picture of what the points do, and they actually replicate abilities and do other cool things such as that. So they actually have their own unique effects, and from what I see, there's multiple effects. Like these weapons will tear through everything once you start getting it fully maxed out. And after upgrading, said skins and color variations are going to be a thing too. So, yes, we might all be running around with the Ashbringer or the new staff for the Survivalist Hunters, or Polearm, my bad. Survivalist Melee OP. I think that's going to be fun to play. There's going to be skins. You get the skins through everything in a while. Some are specific, like this one skin will be you'll get it if like 1,000 kills, honor kills or something like that, or if you prestige 5 times for the new honor system. So I think they're going to have like a certain prestige where you can go and unlock the skin, or let's say you beat the boss on heroic difficulty, you'll unlock this color for this skin. So if you see someone running around with like the busted up Ashbringer that has like holy lightning holding it together and it's like a dark red, you'll know that that guy's done his fair share of raiding or something along those lines. So, recap, unlock everything that you can do to customize your weapon from skin to color will be unlocked and points that you get will be unlocked through a special tree. And for druids, for cat and bear, they announced this, you'll be getting form variations. Yes, your druid forms will change depending on the type of weapon, since you can't see. Anyway, now that we're done talking about that, I'm going to talk about my opinion on the whole artifact weapon in general. And I feel like I love it because I've always wanted Doomhammer. I think hammers are sick. I mean, Shao Kahn's hammer is badass. The Doom hammer is badass. Thor's hammer is badass. Just poof, crush your enemies. But I don't want to be the guy running around with the same Doom hammer as like 100 other shamans that are all just running around questing, and we're just killing these little pissant demons with it. And I don't like that side of it, honestly. And I don't like the. That's it. That's honestly probably the only thing I don't like about it, I'm gonna say. Because it's cool. It has a very unique upgrade system that we haven't seen to weapons. It's like heirlooms, but it's not just level based, which thank God. Because if they did it where it upgrades based on your level, then I would just like not care. But also, does this mean we won't be getting like alternate weapons for PvP? Or like, what if they have PvP weapons and I can't use them because my Doomhammer or my staff or my polearm that I got through questing is just so much more elite? The weapons don't stand a chance. And maybe if I really, really don't want to run around with the Doomhammer, I mean, the skins look cool, everything looks cool, I probably will run around with my artifact weapons, but I really hope we get the choice to transmog over it, because eventually, later, I feel like the nostalgic effect of the weapon will wear off, and I'll want to change the way it looks. I will want to get something that probably matches my gear set, because I am a transmog whore. All my guys have to be a top transmog when they're cap level, and I always make sure that's my first priority. Like, even if the gear's crap or not, make sure my set always looks on fleek. Ignore that comment. Anyway, so I'm on the boat with it, but I'm not afraid to jump off and swim to shore, because I'm not too positive about artifact weapons, considering we're all gonna get one. And the difference between artifacts and legendaries for those people who sit through the whole damn expansion, through patch after patch, to get all their stuff, to get all the little pieces, to finally have that overpowered weapon, and now they're gonna go ham. They're gonna be at the top of the DPS boards. They're gonna be shitting on you in PvP, and what's the fun in that? If everybody has it, then it becomes the normal, and if it becomes normal, then it's not epic. Like, seriously. I mean, if I have like this one thing, and I just have it, that's what makes it rare. But when everyone's running around with it, it doesn't seem so cool anymore. So I hope later in the expansion they'll unlock more colors, more skins, and if towards like when the expansion drops, if they add variants of weapons, like I think DKs for each class, like I think Blood or Unholy gets a axe, and Frost gets these dual wielding, like two swords from the Shattered Remnants of Frostmourne. But what if I don't want to dual wield? I've always been a two-handed Frost DK. I don't like the way two-handed works. I mean, I like some of the transmogs, don't get me wrong, but I just like the big burst of DPS and the uncontrollable. Like, when I want to hone in, I'll blow someone up whether they like it or not, and I'll get it out. But I can't really do that with two one-handed weapons. So am I going to be limited to it just because it's the strongest I can get, but not my preference? Are they going to force us into it, or are they going to let it work for other like specs? Because I'd like to use the axe. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the swords over the axe visually, but if it comes to stats, there's a couple axe transmogs I already have that easily will just replace it. And the axe doesn't have some bad forms, but then again, so neither does the sword. But if they let me do a two-handed sword, I'll be fine. Anyway, this rant's over. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And later this week, maybe on Friday, maybe Saturday, I'll have I'll have some WoW time to give out. So that'll be my first loot share video for the success of my Demon Hunter and WoW video. I was so excited. I wanted to at least hit 50 views on it because I'm like, hey, I'm releasing this content right when it comes out. If I get 100, I'll do this giveaway. I'm at 650. I never thought one of my videos would get that high, honestly. At least if I ever thought of it, I think it would have taken at least 3 years. So I'm so excited, and I'm so glad that people thumbs up it. I'm glad people thumbs down it. I would have liked if they gave me criticism on the reason why they thumbs down it. I mean, I'm not the best at doing these videos yet, but I'm trying my best to get better at it, and hopefully I can bring you better and better content more and more frequently as much as I can. So look around Friday to Saturday for my first ever loot share video, and I will have specific streams that will be loot share streams where I'll give a certain percentage of all donations back to you guys, my subscribers, and also I'll have loot share videos. Every time I hit a couple milestones, like a couple hundred views, I'll give something else away. So stay tuned, watch the videos, have a good day everybody. Thank you for sitting through my rant.